What is going on, Wolfpack Savage here? In today's video, we're going to be analyzing and spectating a viewer-submitted gameplay. If you guys would like to submit your gameplay to be analyzed on the channel, make sure you join our Discord community and submit your video through there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So I want to try to talk as least as possible because a lot of people are like, Savage, you talk too much. So we're going to try to dumb it down a little bit. And also they speak a different language, so I really don't understand what they're saying as far as comms are concerned. If you guys know what they're saying, please feel free to let me know in the Twitch chat, and hopefully I can relay it to you guys over on YouTube. We are spectating this live, so let's see what happens. But I'm gonna try to keep my voice chatter to a minimum and pause the video where I need to. That way we can analyze the fights and the things that they may be doing wrong or the enemies are doing wrong. But let's get into it!
Păi da, te-am auzit pe tine cum ai trecut pe lângă mine, te-ai dus sus, pe tine încă te auzeam și pe el nu.
Nu știu care a fost chestia acolo.
Când m-am uitat pe killcam era la...
First off, what language is this?
Venea urca crouch. Da, nu.
Venea crouch.
Worthy drop spot. Hangars is my favorite area. Hangars and train station are my two favorites.
Că nu mai jucat de mult.
Eu am mai întrebat, dar nu mai întreb, că... Cred că și-au vândut
pe unde pula mea să știe careva ce face Remus? Chiar că
but right now we're in... but right now we're in looting phase. We're trying to get enough money that we can get our loadout. Now I don't mind you guys, especially areas like this. I don't mind you guys dropping by yourselves and looting it up. It's 5 buildings. There's no reason for all 4 of you guys to be looting the same area. But the moment y'all got the money, like right now, start making our way back together so we can combine our money and get our loadout as fast as humanly possible. Russian, hey, Romanian, all right. Dope. Dope.
Ia de mult acolo. Hai să luăm load-ul săracilor.
I love the fact they've already picked up a bounty, so as soon as we get our loadout, we'll have an objective to go after. No wasted time, hopefully. A lot of people get into the wasted time. They fall into that mistake of wasting time because they just don't know what to do. They get their loadout and they're like, okay, now what? And they pull up the map, they stare at it, they're like, I don't really see anything. Then they'll just kind of walk straight until they run into something. That's just not the way to play. I always recommend bounties. We say it every video, yet we spectate people not grabbing bounties. Hey, you got poached. And sometimes you get free money. Weird. Weird.
Knife.
Yeah, train station's a great spot to land, dude. It's usually like passive, but still aggressive. There's usually 1 or 2 teams that go there, so you really don't have to worry about getting third parties. You should be able to fight it relatively easy. It's a nice spot to be at. A lot of people struggle with Superstore, and I'm not gonna lie, I do too. You know, we get wiped a lot at Superstore, so that's kind of why I prefer train station over Superstore as far as the drop's concerned. Slow shot! Thank you for the gifted tier 1 to Karma. Appreciate the love, brother. Let's go. Much love, dude. Thank you, man. Get the hype in the chat for this man, please.
N-ai niciuna.
Mie.
Got some body armor.
Mergeți să luăm launch-ul ăla.
I got the wheel.
We got a bounty. Unfortunately, it's the helicopter. Can't really do much with that. Hopefully, he lands and we can kill him. But until that point, we do need to rotate to the south for sure.
Nu știu, interesant
Oh,
așa.
asta e să mergi pe mine. Hai de morți mei. Ceva sus.
I almost called it stadium. I'm not gonna lie. I had to stop myself.
Fapt că merge să.
Vine elicopterul spre noi, nu mai e abirat.
L-a văzut pe restin că e periculos. O porni muzica aia periculoasă.
Right now, we're just waiting on blue to pick up the bounty, just in case it happens to be delivered up here. We don't have to drive all the way back. I'm assuming that's their mindset right now.
Îl iei sau ce faci acolo? Te bați?
Se joacă, nu te surce sus, mă.
Nu ești sus, așa mi-am luat și o muie, dar e în camionul ăla din spate.
Ți-ai luat snipe, Cristi?
Nu a dat tras.
Hai și Iane, că avem șofer experimentat.
All right, so what I've seen so far, I wouldn't say it's wasted time. We picked up a bounty, got poached. We try to make our way down and get another bounty. So I wouldn't say it's wasted time per se. Granted, what Blue should have done is instantly just went ahead, dove off the mountain where we were already at, gotten the objective, and then we could already be heading out. We've kind of just been circling around, doing nothing in a vehicle for a good bit of time. We're already down to 98 enemies. That's 50 players we failed to kill. Again, if you're trying to get faster tempo and more kills, you definitely want to do that. Now, it's all well said. You end up diving into a bunch of combat, you may get killed. So playing passive is your strategy. Go ahead and play passive, but I highly recommend getting out there and playing more aggressive. I don't like sitting in a vehicle on a mountain for 15 minutes doing nothing. So that's one thing I definitely recommend not doing. It's a very good song.
Nu, că stare maimuță.
Trage de maimuță ăsta. Puneți un marcă de vreți să mergem.
Uite, ți-am pus.
La bounty, mă.
Nu acolo. Mergem
Aici.
undeva unde avem și o poziție față de ăla. Că ba picioarele, ăla e pe ceva.
Dar e un bounty, luați. Oh my god! Bă, ce m-a
De
spart
lusă
ăsta?
de Marie.
Yo!
Vai de
Also, don't sit on top of the big bird one. Now I do it too,
Ce că
just to be
vreo trei
trolling.
acolo, mă.
But
Nu mă dat.
yeah, you definitely got wrecked, bro. It's not looking
Mai e
good.
echipă întreagă, mă, ești nebun.
Da.
Nebun, hai să mă rog bounty.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Bă, nu, eu vreau să-i bat pe
Da,
ăștia.
bounty-ul ăla e separat. De fapt, dacă trec
All right, now I like the fact that we're changing our position. If you look at the minimap right now, so basically your vehicle's pulled up behind this hangar, where the enemy's going to think you're all going to be at, behind the hangar. So that's probably where all their angles are going to be at. So I like the fact that we're kind of separating ourselves from our team a little bit, getting a different angle on the enemy. Now, if he pushes across, that won't be a bad idea. He's got to be really careful of fire tower. There may be a ghosted squad in there, or these guys may push over. I may not push in this direction, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea. You definitely want to separate yourselves a little bit so y'all can beam these assholes that are in the open from different spots and keep them, you know, transitioning from one of you guys to your other teammates and keep them, you know, make it harder for them to shoot at you. If you guys are just clustered together, they just got to go this, and beam all your teammates together. But if y'all are spread out, they have to actually transition efficiently without getting fucked on by all four of you guys, if that makes any sense at all.
Vai cât de prost am tras, vine cineva la mine. E ăsta din fața mea care e foarte rău, dar am tras ca un
Now,
rat.
while we were shooting him, I really hoping somebody was shooting at him as well, that from the hangars area, but unfortunately both our teammates are kind of coming to our area.
Mă văd că ești și nou până acolo. Hai de mor.
Ai, vezi că e spate, spate,
And
spate.
there's the team. Actually, I think that is the enemy. Bro, they're just having fun. That's a fact. Yeah, they're just vibing, man. They're just vibing.
Unde îi, mă?
La fire era.
Fix la punctul meu roșu.
În partea aia altă. Ah, pula mea. Du-te, morți, mătii.
Sunt morți, mătii, de jos.
So again, this is exactly why I said I probably wouldn't push this area. Because again, even though they were at the hangars area, what's going to usually happen when they hear gunshots? They're going to usually try to third party us, because that's really what you want to do in a fighting situation. Now, as far as what he was doing, I would have just played this wall to put angles on the enemy at different spots, and then maybe your teammates can go over here and y'all could fight close together, but not so close that you can, you know, get collateraled. Putting ourselves in this position right here, I'm not surprised the other team ended up pushing us and getting the knocks. Hopefully we can get out of the situation. I'm gonna go ahead and assume we do.
Se bate cu bounty, se bate cu bounty.
Fortunate no plates for us. That's unfortunate. We're very vulnerable. Our feet are very exposed. I'm very surprised the enemies aren't looking our direction. They had 2 downs. There's no reason why we should have self-resed. Huge mistake on the enemy's part, to be honest.
Eu mai am unul acolo și la ăsta i-am dat knock aici. Nu știu dacă are self.
Great use of the stun. Beautiful. Push that shit. Easy kill. I think the teammate that you actually stunned ran out the back door.
Stai un pic, nu veni. Nu te duce pe ei.
Nu mă duc.
Unfortunately, his teammate is on the staircase by himself. And I believe there's 2 more enemies near us. Maybe more than that. Yeah.
Mă piși pe morți, mătii cu load.
Mai nu, fii supra mea. Fii supra mea. Celălalt e down. Și-o da rez.
Taci.
Mersi.
Coboară unul.
L-ai bătut?
Da, nu, e down.
Niente, lascia morire.
Du-te, mă, el mă așteaptă în pula mea.
All right. I'm glad you finally got the team wipe. So what did this enemy team do wrong? I think our squad played that pretty well, minus Green pushing the staircase by himself and going in here and getting himself killed. Again, with the comms and everything, I'm not sure exactly what they were saying. But as far as his teammate pushing in by himself, they should have known that there were two enemies up here. We shot at both of them. We kept peeking, fast peeking, transitioning both of them, putting pressure on them. We should have relayed that information to Green. We may have. I don't know. But if Green did know that information, he should not have pushed this by himself. Y'all should have just gone up there together and pushed it. Then he wouldn't have died. Now, as far as this team's concerned, look what he's doing right now. Look at this. Look at this. He's sitting in a corner on a bed. Why? They sat up here the whole time. Now, whenever Homeboy was camping on the desk right here, watching the staircase, the moment both of us started peeking that staircase, he could have jumped out the window behind us and come up from behind where we were sitting at the staircase, essentially pinching us, right? We would have, if this guy right here would have jumped out the window, come up around the building, come up the staircase, they could have pinched us. But instead, they sat here frozen, scared of shit, and not using the building to their full potential. Not to mention, this isn't really a good area to camp anyway. Why not just play the roof? Why not just leave this building and go to the quarry building right next to us? I just don't understand this play at all. But as far as this team's concerned, they played it relatively really well, honestly.
Eu eram cu tine, dar n-am apucat să intru.
I love the fact that every time he went up the staircase, instead of sitting there hard scoping and walking slowly, he kept looking up, peeking real quick, backing down, looking up, peeking real quick, backing down, keeping his body moving, making it harder for the enemy to shoot him. Oh my God, you couldn't even see him.
Da, nu mai am niciun chef.
Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving
And this is where movement matters too. If you have good movement like our dude Fawzer does, and you run to somebody crouch walking, unless you have the worst aim in the world, there's no way a crouch walker will ever outplay somebody who can move like this. There's just very, very little chance.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Now again, same situation. We have a teammate in there on the second level. We have one enemy down, two enemies down. We need to push in there and help our other teammate out before he ends up getting pushed by himself. Oh, this is nice. I love it. You're so mad! Woo! Oh! I love that! I love it, man. The moment he heard the res go off, he just pushed in and blitzed that motherfucker down. And I know to a lot of you guys, this seems like common sense, but again, think about the randoms we spectate. Nobody does that. Just last video, he literally downed 3 guys. It was a 4v1, and they just sat there, and all the other enemy teammates went up. And then it was back to a 4v4. There's no reason to freeze up if you don't have to. Take advantage of them going for the res. Pop in there. But also be careful, because a lot of us will bait the res. We'll bait it, and we'll just kind of wait. And if you don't come back, we'll stick the res again.
Voi aveți load-ul.
Da, eu l-am murit.
Oh, destroyed him.
Luați-l că mișa.
Eu nu l-am, să știi. Și nici nu pot să mi-l iau.
De ce?
De ce?
Păi e sus. E sus pe hangar.
Ah, ce rahat, serios? Pe luați-l voi,
Da.
atunci ăștia care coboră din aer și... De fapt, stai că
Eu.
mi fată. Nu mata. Ce rahat! Să-mi bag piciorul. Să zici și tu satchel, să vină apoi în fire station, Risti.
Da.
Că e full acolo de satchel-uri. Ăștia au full load foarte bun.
Again, also, guys, I would always implore you dudes, if you have the money for it, always keep a UAV in the air if possible. If you have the money, there's no reason not to have one.
Din 45 de clasă, cred că am numerit numai vreo 10. Și el era în open. Deci ca un rahat am tras. Da, Risti, vezi că are tare mai
Ce te-ai supărat, bă, Cristi?
Ce?
Ce te-ai supărat aici, mam?
Au fost unfortunate cum am murit, nu neapărat, nu cred că s-a supărat neapărat pe cineva.
Mai de eu nu mai știam echipa a doua. Adică, de fapt, eu nu știam pe nimeni, că eu am aterizat, am luat armele la 1 și am început să mă bat.
Yeah, he's not a bad player. He's got good movement. Keeps himself busy.
Nu puteai, că am căzut între 2-3.
I kind of just wish we would be pushing another enemy right now.
Acolo ne-am ținut foarte bine noi doi, știi? De acolo
Da,
chiar
dar m-am
ne-am ținut
enervat că am
foarte
și
bine.
cu bine din toată faza aia, în pula mea și pic între 2 gușteri care steau jos.
Basically, the last 3 minutes or so, and I'm just kind of randomly guessing, 2-3 minutes, we've kind of just been not really doing much. Blue's got enough money for UAV. Definitely use the opportunity to get in the air, and then we can chase down the next kill. I'm not sure how many kills he ends up. He drops 20 kills this game. Plot twist, and a little spoiler alert up top left-hand corner. But he probably could have dropped up to 30 or 25, whatever it may be, if it would just use UAV, hunt down all the players around you, because you know damn well we're in a very hot area. No matter what part of the game it is, if hangars is safe, there's gonna be people there. Not to mention people at airport as well. So these are we're kind of between two teammates right now, or between two enemy teams. We could really go on, but instead we're sitting here looting these 2-3-story buildings, and I just think, to me, this is wasted time.
Dar nu
I'm
știam
gonna be
pe
honest.
ăștia, ăștia cred
Dar
că
nu
nu
știa
știu.
nimeni, nu știa nimeni și aveau și
Now
ei
I get they want to look for.
O auzit?
I get they want to look for money,
Și o coborât jos să țină partea de jos.
but it's not like we're dead broke. We have enough for two. Actually, now we have enough for three. We had enough for two UAVs. There's really no reason to keep looting. If you get a UAV in the air
Mamă, ce m-am căcat pe mine.
and you want to hunt down a team, guess what's going to happen when you kill them? You're probably most of the time going to get money from them. So you guys don't really have to hoard money throughout the match.
Am luat finish-ul și mai erau încă vreo 2 sau 3.
Dar nu, că s-au rotit cu totul la pompieri și s-au bătut cu bounty și am
Da,
intervenit și noi.
gândește Socu că a făcut 8 kill-uri acolo. Deci au omorât la oameni acolo în prostie, nu știu ce. Au venit, cred că au fost mai multe, cred că au fost 4 echipe acolo, cred că au fost numai 2.
I wish I could understand what they're saying,
Dacă am
man.
apucat să omor 8 și au mai fost și între timp, gen au venit și eu omorât și Cristi și ai omorât și tu, Soco? Au fost,
Am acum în gulag.
au fost, ce ai zis, Soco, Cristi?
Eu n-am.
Eu am omorât unul singur acum în gulag.
Self aici, să veni să las.
Da, da, vin.
Și de bani au fost aici în...
Their comms are overpowering?
Mergi tu, Cristi?
Thank you, my bad.
De fapt,
Du-te, du-te.
Is this game fixed yet? Nope.
Fucking
Fucking
wish.
wish.
În fața aici.
I wish. Again, same situation. It's kind of wasting time right now. And with his movement and with the shots, I think they're all pretty capable of really blowing through these lobbies.
Ne-a luat din greșeală niște stanuri.
And granted, if they end up winning with 20 kills, that's still really good, right? That's still a really good game. So I'm not hating on the game at all, but I'd like to see you guys break out of these habits of just kind of this downfall.
Super tor deja, să-mi bat piciorul.
Da, și mă bat
Îți
aici.
acolo la burger, în dreapta, la buy station.
Not to mention, yeah, we're leaving the buy station. We're sitting on. We have $5,600. Blue's got $8,200, and we're kind of just leaving the buy station altogether. Especially since we're pushing Superstore. Once we get these kills, I'd like to have another UAV in the air to go ahead and push the guys over at the gas station area as well. Nice live ping as he's shooting. Something every player needs to practice. No idea why he went that way.
Mortul ăla din Superstore, de sub voi.
So as far as the enemy's concerned in that position, he was basically trapped behind this little shed over here, right? He knew we were at, or he should have because of the hit indicators. The moment he wanted to make a run for it, he kind of should have b-hopped around the corner, gotten some shots on us, and then dove back in the building. Just kind of turning your back to the enemy to run away. Not really surprised he died right there.
Pe unul acolo la gas.
Ăia acolo să ne țină.
Uite-l pe ăsta.
Spart rămână.
Da. Da, de acolo mi-o dat.
Vin eu.
Nu știu, trebuie să te pui pe burtă
Good
pe
shots.
lateral
No
aici,
idea
ca
who
să te
downed
bată.
blue. Possibly could be guys over here. Not really too sure. They may be engaged in two different fights at the same time. Popping Daddy to go ahead and take advantage of the knock. Hopefully get the guy rezzing. And there it is. We got one more player near us. Actually, now about to be two if they both hop out this vehicle. We have the guy. Look at the minimap right now. He could be in the bottom or he could be coming around the side. There he is right there.
Stai că încarc carul și apoi vorbim altfel. Sper.
Unfortunate peak timing right there, dude. Somehow we were able to demolish him. He should have had us dead to rights in that push. Damn. He peaked at the perfect time. Look at the claymore. Look at the
Mă
fucking...
duc la shop-ul ăsta să-mi iau
Cu
niște...
ce a fost?
Let me ask you guys right now, YouTube, Twitch, whoever wants to answer, let me know in the comment section. Why the hell did he have a claymore planted right there? Can someone riddle me this? Why? Why? Anybody have any idea? I sure as hell don't. No way. I mean, I guess technically he got us. He made us waste a couple plates. I mean,
Mă duc la shop-ul ăsta să-mi iau
Cu
niște...
ce a fost?
Claymore de la mine. Ăștia iau de aia camper, jucau cu Claymore și toate rahatele.
all right, got the UAV up in the air. Got another UAV. Green and blue could combine their money for another UAV, but we need to go ahead and decide who we're going to push. We got a team at the apartments in front of us, and we've got a team over there
Ți-am dat un down.
at Storage Town. Now, as far as what team to push, I'm glad he pulled it up. As far as what team to push, I'd feel more confident pushing Storage Town. If these guys are sitting on the rooftop, which you know damn well they will be, we're going to have to run out in the open towards them, and it's pretty easy to get beamed. Now, that's assuming that they're good shots. If these guys happen to be potatoes, we might be able to crawl our way to safety. Who knows? But you always want to assume the teams that you're fighting against are goated, and I would not want to cross this wide open area and get shot down on. No way in hell. If you run across this field, yes, you do run a risk because it is opening, but you're protected by this from this building by these things right here. You know, by the barn, the silos, things like that. So you have a little bit of protection. Not to mention, unless these guys happen to be right here, they won't be able to get an angle on you either. So I definitely push Storage Town, especially since it's the most wanted bounty on top of that.
E tot acolo.
Spre ce, Ristin.
Vreți să mergem pe ea să-i facem?
Nu știu.
People jumping through the ladder, I can understand it if
Da, o să fie.
Da, ia spate.
if claymores were insta kill, right?
O sărit în
Trebuie să vezi că mai e sus pe bloc.
Nu mai, nu
If you're playing that room, you want to keep your eyes on that window to make sure no one jumps through the window, because that's something I would do. But I wouldn't place a claymore there. No way.
Să știm unde ești?
Da, da.
Ăla bounty din fire.
Especially just sitting right on top of it, basically. All right, so we push across, and luckily no one shoots at us, not a single person.
Bă, cum stau ăștia?
And again, because they're in this building, I mean, dude, hate campers or not, if you're camping in a building, why the are they not looking in our area? Why the hell are they not looking in our area? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Unul cred că a murit din elicopter.
Ia pleacă, Cristi, hai să vedem că poate scoatem pe ăștia.
I like the fact that he didn't shoot yet, baiting out the last guy. I love that. We wouldn't have got the kills on the first two guys, so we were waiting on the third guy to leave the window. I love that. Patience is a virtue that not many people have, and I'm actually lacking as well.
Mort în turn.
Cum dracu-i da și finish, mă?
Și-a dat singur, nu era cu ei.
Ba, era cu el. Știu sigur.
Nu era cu ei, s-a uitat după ei.
Păi,
A fost
da, mă,
team-up,
că dea...
team-up.
A fost team-up, serios.
Sau
Nu a fost, mă, că și-a
posibil
dat
să
el.
fost cu ei și să-și fi dat
A
el
fost
finish.
că ei, zic sigur. Că ei ieșit 3 din case și l-am văzut că s-au despărțit. Ei. De vezi că sunt stânga noastră ăștia încă. Și se aproape.
Da, da.
Era aici unul
Am
singur.
heartbeat.
Ai?
Am eu, dar nu-i văd.
Again, we have the vehicle on the mini map. I definitely make my way to that vehicle and try to beam the out of them. But at the same time, when you're pushing, don't blindly just push, because there could be some campers hiding in these buildings around the corners as well.
33 de metri, unul în partea stângă aici, cred că e înăuntru în clădire. Căcat cu...
Spate rămână la mașină de la 2.
Great armor break. I probably wouldn't be mounted up too long because of my right-hand side being exposed.
N-a scos pe aici? Fuck. Un hain, trebuie să mergem în boneyard de aici.
Aveți gloanțe, că eu mi-aș da o cutie.
Două, mai am și una. Două, mai am și una.
Am cutie de
L-am
armuri.
cumpărat pe ăla pe care l-am omorât noi, Cristi, din la train.
Boneyard circle. Oh, I love Boneyard. I love fighting Boneyard, but God, dude, the end circle is going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough. A lot of fuselages, a lot of buildings, a lot of everything. People can just be sitting in the corner waiting for you to come around. No matter how aggressive of a player, how good of a player you are,
Alea, 3 din alea în aer.
a lot comes down to just where people are camped at.
Eu aș lua o clădire, aș lua clădirea asta.
Repositioning.
E de căcat un pic, dar...
zic că nu-mi place deloc, da? Hai că dacă e.
Da, aici, mie aici nu-mi place deloc cum e zona, mă.
Bine, aici stăm cumva bine că suntem fix în mijloc.
Păi aia
Într-un fel
zic, nici
stăm
mie
bine,
nu-mi
într-un fel
place.
stăm rău.
Nici mie nu-mi place asta, că e super de căcat, n-ai ce să prea faci.
Ai jump-uri, uite-te unde ești, aici scot pe toți.
Now I was really hoping not to see this, and who knows, maybe this team will leave this area. But again, these guys have the skill level to be able to clean up the map. They should be able to post up in areas to watch the hill getting pushed in, to be able to watch from Storage Town getting pushed in, and other areas like that. There's no reason for us to sit in a building like this and blind ourselves. I really hope this is an in and out right here, but who knows? He does drop a 20 kill game, so it's only 6 more kills that we end up getting. And I have a feeling this is probably going to be our home for a little bit. And again, don't ever fall in this habit. One, it's not that good of a building to fight in, and two, you're just robbing yourself of more kills.
Uite unde ești, de aici vă scos pe toți dacă ar fi. Care nu te-ai prins că sunt aici.
Best tip for 1v2 movement.
Sevilla.
Da, da.
You just gotta have good movement and outplay buildings.
Nu urci până aici.
Bă, da, mă, fii atent. Uite-te, ești la tine.
Every advice anyone can give you is completely situational based. Some games, if you use the same advice for every fight, you're not really getting the point of BRs. You know what I mean? It's always situational based. I could tell you guys right now, if it's a 1v2 fight, you make sure you just play your corners and play this. But what if there are no corners? What if you're out in the open? You know, what if it's a 1v2 and they're both in front of you? What if it's a 1v2 and one's in front of you, one's behind you? There's just so many variables when it comes to BRs. There's really no one tip trick wonder at all. It's all situational based. You know what I mean? So when it comes to 1v2, if you happen to be around buildings, you just gotta play the shit out of it. Don't freeze up, because remember, they know where you're at, and if they know they outnumber you, they're gonna end up pushing you from 2 different angles. So a lot of players just end up sitting there holding a corner and waiting for someone to push. Next thing you know, they get pushed from the front and from the back, right? Move around. Movement's your friend.
Metri în spate.
Păi acum a coborât.
Grid mark. Let's move out.
36.
Hituri curate.
Mi-a spart amura eu, da. Nu o să mai înțeleg.
Mort?
Nu, l-ai prins?
Bun. Da,
Da,
da.
dar te-ai făcut EGS supresorul pe M16?
Nu, am luat unul de pe
There's also still a lot of enemies left. I'd go ahead and get that most wanted bounty that's right in front of most wanted. The bounty that's right in front of us too.
Toate două.
Marking you safe.
There we go.
Consolation loss. No.
My bad. Not most wanted. The bounty. Jesus.
Deci nu-mi place clădirea asta.
Închid ușile ca să nu se...
But again, let me look at the circle right now. Let's look at the mini map. Half the circles within the buildings and half the circles not. And guess who we're gonna have a huge advantage on? People on this hill for now. For now. Now, if the circle shifts, if the next circle shifts towards the hill, situation changes. But right now, I'd be in an area where I'm like, okay, I want to keep my eye on that hill because people might want to make their way towards me, especially since the majority of the circle is going to be on our side. There's a huge chance it's going to finish by me. So instead of freezing up in this building, I'd want to be clearing out and watching the entire surrounding.
Kill-uri are Cezar să-mi ba picioarele.
Două loduri la noi. I-am spart și la damage.
Și am
Așa, și eu am.
Heading out.
Aia zic că damage, aici meciul ăsta a fost bun, dacă îl câștigam, nu că-l pun pe YouTube, îl zbor pe YouTube.
There's an enemy right there between the fuselage. Even if we'd have shot him though,
acolo 2.
he probably would have made it out anyway.
Down.
Am prins hitul ăla care era down. S-a spart și armuri.
Right now, we're just spamming through the wall at the pings just in case we get lucky to where we can actually execute the guy we downed.
Enemy UAV, eu n-am
So if you guys are wondering why he's spraying, that's what he's doing. He's trying to wall these guys.
I-am spart armurul.
De unde?
Hai aici.
Din față,
Hai că
sud,
termine,
curat.
hai că termine.
I've got you.
But again, no matter what
Da, aia
happens,
de acolo, nu aia de...
I definitely don't think we should be here right now. This is not the play. Not to mention, if we sit in this building too long, we end up fighting the guys in the building we were just shooting through. What happens if another team pushes behind us? Now we have a potential to get sandwiched and third partied. We do have a Bertha coming up behind us as well that may try to get this building.
Vreți să ieșim de aici, că nu-mi place cum stăm.
Le-am spart armurile la aia, le-am spart armurile.
Eu plec de aici.
Yeah, definitely get eyes on the big Bertha, man.
Poate că sărim pe
All right, finally leaving the building, going to the next one.
Da, păi cred că are drop aici.
Now, as far as positioning is concerned, I definitely don't recommend camping this building right here. It's the center of the circle. So this team that's camping this building that we're looking at actually is in the worst position because there's a huge chance that they're going to get pushed from us. They're going to get pushed from the south. They're going to get pushed from the east. They're going to get pushed from the west. This is a huge shot. Everyone's going to want to get to that building. Even though center building's never where you want to go, for some reason, most players, that's where they think they should go. So just be very wary on camping buildings like this, especially if we push it. I definitely wouldn't mind them pushing, but you got to be very, very aware that while you're fighting a team up there, another team may come to try to third party you guys as well.
Încă se bat.
Oamenii au trecut aici.
They got a trophy and everything in there, Jesus. Guy going for a melee, not even close to us. Weird. There's another one jumping right out of cover to challenge us as well. One at a time. That's what I'm talking about. Stop trickling into the enemies. Great call outs, but he does the exact same thing. So this entire squad literally went from camping the building and not moving a muscle to just challenging us one at a time by putting themselves out in the open. The first guy hops like it's Fortnite right out the window, right out the doorway. We beam him down. As we're executing him and reloading, his second teammate does the same thing. Bunny hopping out the doorway. We beam him as well. The third guy tries to come at us from a different angle, which is a little bit smarter, but now you got to realize two of your teammates just got killed. This is no longer a flanking opportunity. You're now challenging a possible four-man squad by yourself, and he's the exact same Fortnite jumping out the doorway, and he got beamed in the throat.
Bravo. Și mai ies.
Precision. Mi-a scris, dar s-a dat
Savage, he's hacking, bro! Savage! He's hacking! And look, I'll never defend a hacker, but I mean, we heard the self-res go off in the room. I'm not surprised he shot through the door. That was actually...
Ce ai zis?
That was great. That was really well played.
Nu l-ai bătut tu pe ăsta.
Ba, cred că mi s-a pus că l-a omorât, da?
The dude just got self-res. Why not just shoot randomly to try to get one or two knocks or one or two hits so you can read down him? Because you know, right after they get res, what happens? They have no health at all.
Aici, sunt oameni.
Enemies in the area.
Nu știu, probabil.
We have a guy on the minimap behind us over by the bounty. I don't think our team has spotted him. They may. Again, I can't tell. Orange is looking that direction, so I think Orange knows he's there.
Harbitul nu zice nimic aici. Nu, e ok hangarul. Haideți.
Notice how he slide cancels when he's looking around cover. I really want to point that out, right? Just the smallest things like this. Whenever you're rounding a corner, whenever you're playing cover, whenever you're searching and scanning for a player, this is exactly how to do it. And this may seem minimum to you guys, but a lot of players don't do this. Again, going back to randoms we spectate, nobody does it. But look how he just ice skates around that cover. This piece right here. Just watch how he plays this as he scans the entire building. Right? It's just very simple. Don't just walk around that. Don't just walk around like, hey guys, what's going on? Just keep your body as low as possible. And the best way to do that is slide canceling. When you walk, when you round corners, when you're playing cover, no matter what the case may be. That'll also save you in a lot of situations of getting 1v2'd.
Bă, nu l-am bătut pe ăsta.
But it is a 4v2. Unless we absolutely choke, we should not lose this game.
Mai sunt doi.
Now they're watching the back end of the circle because we saw that guy on minimap, but I'm going to assume he died to gas or he rage quit or maybe got a dev error, who knows, because there's the last team at the gas station going for a vehicle run, and because circle did not favor them and it favored us, we should not be in a position to lose. All right, blue holding the left-hand side of the fence. I love that. Orange over here on the right, putting different angles of approach on the enemy, not allowing them to get across. Even though they got a nice pick on us, because our teams play so separated, we have the enemy pinched and dead to rights. They should not be able to survive this, airstrike or not. Again, even if the airstrike downs us or a teammate, because we're so separated. So that just happened. So now it's a 2v2, right? Now it's a 2v2. So again, we have positioning. We see a lot of people fall into this a lot. I do it at times when teammates do. We're all guilty of it, right? You have position, you have the numbers. It's 4v2. We're feeling ourselves. We're trying to get the kills. And what usually happens? We get a little too cocky. And we end up pushing the enemy out of zone. So let me ask you. We have zone. We have favor. They have to cross the open street to get to us, either on foot or just jumping in the vehicle. And guess what? If we hold our position, if we hold this fence line, all we have to do is wait 10 seconds. Just a waiting game. That's all it is. I'm sorry, 43 seconds. It's just a waiting game. That's it. Just a waiting game. Be patient. Allow the enemies to come to you. Otherwise, this could happen. This could really end badly for us. Orange went into that building 1v2, really feeling himself. And again, he may be goated, but if they're better at camping than you are at shooting and moving, they're going to win most of the time, especially in a building. So this was a huge mistake. Getting a little too confident, a little too cocky, and leaving a great position to try to finish the game faster. What's the 43-second wait really going to hurt? Fortunately, we're able to self-res.
Iese din gaz, mă, iese din gaz. Nu, haideți, haideți înapoi de acolo.
And again, all we had to do is wait for them to get pushed out regardless, and we still win the game. Oh no, oh no, oh.
20 de kill-uri! Woo!
GG! I love it. Love the energy, baby. Yeah, and look, it happens to all of us. You know, I've been in a situation where I'm like, I feel this. Now I'm about to hit a 20 kill game. That may be why they pushed, because he's about to hit 20. I get it. I get it. Been there. We all have. But man, you just got to play smarter for that win. I'd rather you win with 19 kills than lose going for that 20 bomb. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. But these guys, they seem like they're having a blast. They had a great time. Yo, thank you so much for submitting the gameplay, brother. Really enjoyed analyzing it. Hopefully you guys over here on Twitch enjoyed it as well. But again, guys, if you like the video, the goal for the video is 1,500 likes and also help us hit 100,000 subscribers. But until next time, y'all have a good one and good luck in Warzone.